Hi, my name's Brad Thomas from YakTrack, and over the last 20 years I've been helping organisations develop their coaching capability. And in that time I've seen some great coaching sessions, and I've also seen some not so great coaching sessions. So in this 6-part series we'll be taking a look at the top 6 common errors I've observed leaders make when coaching their people every day. And those 6 errors are: failure to prepare, they talk too much, focused on output rather than input, we forget to set a goal, no one writes anything down is in at number 2, and finally number 1, we leave it far too long between coaching sessions. So in this series, each episode we'll be taking a look at each one of those common errors. I hope you enjoy. In at number 6 is an oldie but goodie, and that is the failure to prepare. It's such a common issue, and I've lost count of the amount of times that I've seen leaders simply rocking up to a coaching session in absence of preparation. And this can have a number of poor impacts on the quality of your coaching. Number 1 is every single time you turn up to a coaching session in absence of preparation is kind of like telling your people that something a little bit more important has come up today. The second one is coaching can become a little bit like Groundhog Day, where we feel like we're doing the same thing every week and not seeing a lot of shift or change. Number 3 is coaching can become a bit more like a nice chat rather than something that's designed to shift and change behaviour, where we're talking a little bit more about the weekend versus actively developing the team member in your coaching session. And the next one is coaching can often lead to a focus on the wrong thing. In absence of preparation, team members walk away working on things that actually aren't going to drive the results that you would like to drive at all. Now, when asked, lack of preparation in terms of why you don't prepare for your coaching, I often get 2 key answers. Number 1 is, I simply don't have the time to prepare. And that's super valid. Our team leaders, our leaders, we as individuals are taken away from where we should be spending most of our time, which is actively developing our people. We're being taken away by meetings, project meetings, product meetings, you name it, administrative tasks. We're being taken away from spending our time with our people. And the second area is I simply don't know what to do to plan. It's not often, it's a gross generalization, but often we don't get taught the key things, the key areas that we need to do to make sure we're planning effectively for great coaching sessions. So get your pen and your paper ready, because here comes my top 5 tips for planning and preparing for more effective coaching sessions. Oh, there's a fly. So number 1 is we've got to make sure that we're putting our coaching sessions straight into our calendar. If you block it out in your calendar on a Friday afternoon, 2 hours to prepare for the coaching and the meetings you're going to have for the following week, there's more likelihood it'll actually happen and less likelihood somebody else will block over time in the calendar, taking you away from your preparation once again. Number 2 is, and this one's a really important one, make sure you're planning for one metric and one behavior that you want to focus on with your team or with individuals at any given time. That way you can make sure that you're focusing on the most important element. If there's anything that you want to see improved, this is the behavior and this is the metric you want to improve. When team members walk away with 40, 20, 10 different things to work on, often nothing gets done at all. The next one is make sure you're observing. There's a lot of behavioural coaching going on out there in absence of observation. It's really hard to give great feedback if you haven't observed your people demonstrating the behaviours that you would like to see them demonstrate. Number 4 here is make sure you're planning your questions effectively. It gives you a great structure for your team, for your coaching, and when you get a bit lost, you've always got something to go back to get you back on track again. Number 5, make sure you're writing those questions down. Don't feel you have to come into every coaching session and memorize all of your preparation. There's certainly nothing wrong with reviewing notes, as I'm doing today, during your coaching session to make sure you do stay on track. So that's it. That's my top 5 planning tips to make sure your coaching is as effective as what it possibly can be. By making a few simple changes to your coaching, you should find your coaching becomes more effective, certainly, more engaging for the team members, and of course a lot shorter than perhaps your coaching ever has been before. Certainly in my experience, it can halve your coaching time and getting a bit more time back in your day. So what are you going to work on this week to improve your planning a little bit more? So keen to hear from you and what the outcomes are. Next week we'll be talking about number 5 on our common coaching errors list, which is making sure that you're talking less and listening more. Yak you later.